Kids just don't understand. They don't understand how parents parade them around adults, family members, who they clearly feel uncomfortable with. Force them to have relationships with people, family members, friends that they don't feel comfortable with. Force them to have conversations, stay over people's houses, come around people that they don't feel comfortable with. Kids just don't understand it. They don't understand how you ignore the fact that something about this person, something about this adult, something about this home, something about the situation just don't make them feel comfortable. Something about them is not right. Something about this relationship is not right. Kids don't understand how parents just don't see it. They just don't see the messages, the body language that they're presenting to show you that, hey, something's wrong here. Maybe you shouldn't let me stay here. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to be around this person. I don't want to conversate with this person. Parents start to do things and talk to their kids. You're being disrespectful because you're not going in for a hug. You're being disrespectful because you're not having a conversation, ignoring the fact that that child doesn't want to hug this person, don't want to hug this family member, don't want close contact with this family member, feels some type of way of uncomfortability when this family member is talking to them or touching them. Kids don't understand why is it so hard for adults to understand that they just don't feel comfortable. Why doesn't adults understand the fact that I'm trying to message you so that you know something about this relationship is not right? Kids don't understand. They don't understand. And quite frankly, neither do I. Too many times we hear about children being touched inappropriately. Too many family generational curses, what they call them, continue on because we ignore the basic signs that's sitting right in front of us. It's because we don't pay kids any attention. Because kids are meant to be seen but not heard. The funny thing about that statement is, even though it's an old school statement, if you're not hearing your children, then you're not hearing their cries for help. You're not hearing the message that you're trying to send you. Sometimes you think a child's being disrespectful because they don't want to hug or speak to certain family members, certain adults, because they don't want to be over certain people's houses. You think maybe it's because they got roaches or something. You know, they got roaches in the cereal box, and they don't want to eat the cereal because, or they don't want to sleep because they don't want to get roaches falling all over them, or they don't want to stay over somebody's house because John pees the bed and they don't want you peed on. No, it ain't got nothing to do with roaches or John peeing on. It's got something to do with the fact that there's someone, an adult, or even a child in their house that may be touching them inappropriately. And maybe if they're not touching them inappropriately, they're talking to them, making them feel uncomfortable with some of the language, some of the words, the way they look at them. Something about it is making them feel uncomfortable. Maybe they're just being mistreated. Maybe they're being mistreated when they're over certain people's houses. Too many times it's happened. Too many times it's happened to young children. It's ignored and it's not caught because parents don't listen to what their children are saying. And kids don't understand that parents just think that their kids are supposed to be seen and not heard. But when you're seeing your kids, you're not truly seeing what's happening to your kids, what's happening around your kids, and most importantly, you're not seeing your child's body language. Your children are trying to tell you something. And what kids don't understand is why parents don't understand the dangers of having them around certain individuals who don't mean well for them. I mean, we said this before. Not all bad guys and monsters wear scary masks, have gluing teeth slobbering down their face. None of them have horns coming out of their heads. Some monsters you see look like the person you grew up with, look like your brothers, look like your sisters, your stepdad, your father, your mother, your grandpa, your grandmother, your aunts and uncle. Some monsters look just like you and me and hide in plain sight. And sometimes our children are forced to be around predators because we choose not to listen to them. We choose not to understand them. We choose to sit here and not pay attention to the basic signs that there's something just not right with this situation. But as parents, we have to wake up and recognize that our children and their safety is our priority, not just in our houses, but we have to prioritize and be more conscious of where we're sending our children to and who we have our children around. Start being more conscious of how our children act and feel when they're around certain adults. If you sit back and stop talking and just watch, you'll see your children speak to you. They're bilingual. They'll speak to you and let you know something's not right here. You shouldn't make me stay here. You shouldn't make me speak to this person. You shouldn't make me be around this person. This doesn't mean all the time there's some kind of sexual act. Maybe that person is talking ill about you. Maybe that person sitting there at a card game while your kids spend the night, they sitting there playing spades, talking a pity pat for money, talking to their friends. So I'm like, yeah, you know, Shirley, she ain't shit. Part of my friends, but she ain't shit. Yeah, she owed me $20 since last week. She ain't paid me the $20 yet. Then she keep having me wear her keep babysitting her kids. I don't want to babysit these snot-nosed, dirty behind kids. Why you keep sending these kids over here? They know she don't send them nowhere with no food or nothing to eat, so they eating up all my food, all my kids' cereal. I'm tired of babysitting these kids, but she don't say it to you. She don't say it to you, but she speaks that and your kids hear it. And it makes your kids feel uncomfortable because they know they're in a place where they're not wanted, they're not welcome. But you don't understand because parents don't pay attention when your kids try to nudge you and say, hey, mom, Miss Sheila was talking about you, She don't want you over here. She said you owe her $20 and you ain't sending us with no food or nothing. So she tired of y'all eating her kids cereal and stuff. She's sick of it, That's why when we come over, they always eat oodles and noodles, They don't eat cooked dinner because they don't want us eating their food. But you ignore those signs, people. And as I said, sometimes these signs are more serious. When your kids going to sleep, some sexual predator might be trying to violate your child. And these signs go missing because kids don't understand that you're supposed to tell your parents when things happen. Kids don't understand that the threats that these predators give you doesn't necessarily mean they can follow through on it. Because they try to threaten your children like, if you tell anybody that I'm going to hurt your mom, I'm going to hurt your dad. They tell you these things to scare you from talking. And kids don't understand the importance of letting you know when something's going on, letting you know that something's not right. Kids don't understand why there's not open dialogue, respectable open dialogue between parents and children so that children can speak about their discomforts, whether it's at school, at a friend's house, at their grandparents' or relatives' house, at one of your friends' house. You need to have open dialogue. And kids don't understand why that doesn't exist. Why is it more important that we follow this lead of kids should be seen and not heard? Kids don't understand. Kids don't understand a lot. Another thing kids don't understand is, if you come from my generation, we've been through a lot, okay? And what we've been through a lot is, people, we've been through situations where at 10 and 12 years old, we had electric bills, cable bills, phone bills. And kids don't understand that. Kids today don't understand that if you come from a certain generation, a certain time period, you had a Delmarva, wherever you live, bill in your name, you had a cell phone bill in your name, you had cable bill in your name, you had house phone bill in your name, hell, you probably even had a car and car insurance in your name at one point. Kids don't understand that. That we got committed fraud and had bad credit. Some of us had bad credit before we even was old enough to rent or own a house. Before we was able to even go buy a car or even get a cell phone. We got bad credit right out the gate because we got parents or relatives who used our names to get electric on their house, get cable on their house, get cell phones in their name, get a house phone in their name. I know house phones are not common today, but this is the type of thing happen. So kids today don't understand that we dealt with that level of scamming. We dealt with that level. We grew up with bad credit before. When we was 8 years old, we had cable bill. And some of y'all don't understand that. Some of y'all are like, wow, they really do that? Like, who does that? Yeah, it happens, people. It happens. Listen, it happens. Okay? True story. It happens to many of them. So kids don't understand. Because nowadays, these kids, they look at us, they see our credit cards, they see our debit cards, because we don't use cash no more, right? We don't use cash. We use this magic plastic card in our wallet that has to have millions and millions of dollars, of course, to children, right? They think there's unlimited amount of cash on the cards. We have this magic card, you can swipe it, and every time you swipe it, some kind of magical money comes out and can pay for anything. Because kids don't understand the fact that parents work for their money, that we do have an income. We have a budget. We have a limited amount of money on that card, and this card ain't magic, okay? This ain't the magic school bus. I'm showing my age here. But the point is, this ain't the magic school bus. This card is not magic. So what kids don't understand is they see these cards, they play these games such as Fortnite, and now that we went through phone scams from our parents, what kids don't understand, now we're dealing with scams from them because they scammed us our credit card. We put the card on there because they want to buy some V-Bucks, okay? V-Bucks is what they use to buy in-game purchases. People don't know or not familiar with Fortnite. You get these things called V-Bucks, which is digital money, cryptocurrency for video games. And what they do is these kids buy skins and things and dance moves for a video game. I mean, it's ingenious because they give you a free game and make you buy things in the game, which is incredible genius. I don't know why we didn't think about that earlier, but that's beyond the point. I digress. The point is, we put our credit cards on there, we forget that our credit cards on there. Next thing you know, you go to the supermarket and swipe your magical plastic card, you wonder why it's declining. You're like, yo, I know I just got paid yesterday, and the only thing I did was I put your card on your Xbox or PlayStation 5 account so that you can get $20 worth of V-Bucks. And I know my paycheck is more than $20. Check my account. You go check my account. Yo, hey. Who spent $1,000 on V-Bucks? Microsoft $1,000. Sony PlayStation $1,000. Who the hell? Come to find out your children played a credit card scam on you. You put your credit card, try and be nice, gave them $20, and you know how they say, give somebody an inch, they take a mile. Your kids took a whole mile, or in other words, took $1,000 and wiped out your whole entire credit card, your whole entire paycheck before you were even able to pay your bills because they committed credit card scam on your account. Kids don't understand what we went through. We already been through the ringer on this, all right? Listen, I'm going to say it one more time. We had our cell phone bills in our name at 8 years old, electric bills in our name at 8 years old. We had cars and car insurance in our name at 8 years old. We had cable bills in our name at 8 years old. Now we're getting scammed by goddamn children because they don't understand the basic work ethic of earning their own money, being respectable, of people money in their property, but more importantly, being responsible enough that when I give you something, when I give you permission to use something, to not abuse it. Kids don't understand that you got to learn to be responsible for yourself. Be responsible. I tell my children all the time, I tell my oldest son this all the time. How often do you hear me asking anybody for money? I'll wait. My son's 12 years old. I said, in 12 years been on earth, how many times you actually heard me actually ask anybody for a penny? Not a dollar, not $100, not $1,000, a single penny. Answer is never. I said, exactly. I said, what you don't understand, what kids don't understand is, and you try to teach them, that when you ask someone for something, when you start asking for money, there comes attachments to that. The attachments that are not always said or made clear. It becomes a contract. There are expectations in return of that money. See, they don't tell you that, and people don't tell you that. For all you out there, adults out there listening to this show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll borrow some money from somebody, you ask somebody for some money, not even borrow. Hey, can I get $20? Not borrow it, let me just get $20, let me get $100, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the money. But you don't realize there's an attachment to that money. There's an attachment to that, there's an expectation that at some point now, I'm gonna want something from you. And I'm gonna come and I'm gonna ask you for something. And if you say no, so what I asked you, what I'm going to remind you is, hey, remember I gave you $100? That $100 was a down payment on something I was going to need later. It was never a gift. It was never giving something to you. The point is, when I'm saying that to say attachment, and the point is the story, the kids don't understand this, and what I'm telling my son is, don't ask someone for nothing. Ask someone, how can you earn your money? That way you learn to be responsible and be able and capable of taking care of yourself. Also, you will never be worrying about being attached to someone or anyone having strings attached to you to pull them at any given second because now you owe them something because you asked for something. I tell my son this all the time. Be careful of what you're asking for from people. Be careful. You shouldn't ask anybody for anything. You don't know what attachments come with that money. You don't know what expectations will come with that money. You don't know what someone's going to come and ask you for it later because you asked for some money. Kids don't understand the basic principle of being responsible, earning and learning to have a work ethic, to get out here, earn your own money. So when you become an adult, you don't have to ask nobody for nothing. You want to buy V-Bucks? Don't come and ask me for $20 to buy V-Bucks. Earn it. Come to me and say, yo, Dad, what can I do to earn this $20 to get V-Bucks? I got this V-Bucks, got this skin. What can I do to earn $20? Now, my son often comes to me with urgency. Dad, you know, there's only 24 hours left on the skin. Okay, whose problem is that? You got 24 hours to buy the skin. Who's that? Whose problem is that? Is it mine or yours? Because kids don't understand. I'm not playing Fortnite. Whether that skin runs out today or tomorrow don't matter to me, okay? Kids don't understand. You feeling like you're in dire need of getting the skin doesn't benefit, hurt me in any kind of way. That's your problem. You waited until this moment to ask for. You waited until it got down to the last 2 hours and then skins will disappear forever to ask for this money, to ask for a way to earn this money. So you need to be responsible with not only your finances, but your time. Because I tell my children this often. Stop spending your money so quick. You know you're going to want something later. Be accountable, because at some point you're going to become an adult, and you need to learn how to be responsible for your money now, so when you become an adult, you won't have to depend on anybody else to be responsible for you or your money. But kids don't understand. They don't understand because kids have this impression as they get older, and a lot of you that have adult kids right now understand what I'm about to say. Kids don't understand because when they get older, they still feel like parents owe them something. We're obligated to give them something. There's a sense of responsibility that goes beyond the Call of Duty. Goes beyond the Call of Duty of raising them, giving them a house to live in, feeding them, clothing them, shoes. There's a responsibility that goes beyond that. Now, once I did all this, you turn 18, 20, 30 years old, somehow I still owe you something. Somehow I'm still in your debt, okay? Now, mind you, for the last 18, 20 years, I've been providing you clothes, shoes, food, a place to live in, bed to sleep in, entertainment, as far as video games, toys, television, cell phones. Hell, and probably bought you a car. But still, some way, somehow, kids feel though we still owe them something. That they're entitled to something. That somehow, it's not them in debt to us as a parent, but we're in debt to them somehow. Kids don't understand. They think that we're in debt to them. So as they get older, they figure, I didn't go to college, or mom and dad, you never bought me a car. So now that I'm coming to you saying, mom, dad, the new iPhone 15 or whatever, because I don't really rock with iPhone come out. I need $2,000 to buy a new iPhone. $2,000? Why would I give you $2,000 to buy you a new iPhone? Well, you didn't buy me a car when I was a kid, when I turned 16, so this is the least you could do. Whoa, hold on. Time out for a second. Time out. Pump the damn brakes. Pump your imaginary brakes to a car that I didn't buy you, okay? How is it that I didn't buy you a car, I am now supposed to buy you an iPhone? Like, am I in debt to you in some kind of way or some shape or form? And children feel that way. Like, if it's not a cell phone, like, mom, dad, I can't pay my electric bill, can't pay my water bill, can't pay my cell phone bill, can't pay my car insurance or my car note, I need to pay that. But the moment the parents don't make that payment, the moment we tell them, like, until you waste your money, figure it out, is the moment we become the bad guys, because kids don't understand that us as parents are not in debt to them. We're not in debt to them. Yes, we gave you life. And through the last 18, 20 years, not only did we give you life, but we provide for you everything you need. Not only the basic needs, but majority of us go above and beyond. You didn't need those $200 Michael Jordan sneakers when you were 16. You didn't need those $250 LeBron James sneakers when you were 15, 16 years old. But I still got them. Now, I say this again. I said this on a previous episode, people. Parents don't understand. I said this on this previous episode. We were supposed, as parents, we're obligated to make sure that you have shoes on your feet. No one said the new Kobe's, the new LeBrons, the new Jordans, the new Kyries. Nobody said that. The new Kevin Durant. They said that's shoes on your feet. So I can go to Ho-Ho Mart or, ShopRite and cop you some plastic shoes, and hey, we can rock out like that, bro. Because they ain't shoes. They serve the purpose. I mean, I get that the LeBrons make you jump higher according to you, and the Kobe's make you run faster, but you need to earn your own money to do that, because, see, I'm not obligated to do that. But, see, kids don't understand. They become adults, and they feel as though parents are still obligated, that we owe them something. That somehow they're not in debt to us for all that we've done for them, but we're in debt to them. And that we must now still provide for them. When they fuck up their money, not paying their cable bill, not paying their phone bill, not paying their cell phone bill. When they mess up their money, it's my job as a parent now to come and pick up the pieces, clean up the mess. Kids don't understand that my job as a parent is to make sure that I raise you right, to provide for you as long as you're in your household, to be here in your dire need. It's not to make up for the little critical mistakes you made with accounting for your money, and because you chose to buy a new pair of LeBrons instead of paying your cell phone bill, or you went out here and bought a new Coach bag or a new Pride bag instead of paying your rent. It's not my job to pay for that. And kids don't understand that parents are not obligated to take care of you. And you need to step up And once you become an adult, to become an adult. You want somebody to give you respect and talk to you with some respect and treat you like an adult. You don't want me talking to you like no child no more. Then you should stop acting like a child and act like an adult and take responsibility for your own bills. Because if I don't pay my rent, I can't call my mom and dad. I gotta figure it out. I'm just asked out. I don't pay my car payment. I'm just asked out. So guess what? You in the same boat because I'm not obligated to sit here and make up for your mistakes. Kids don't understand. They just don't. They don't. And we try to teach them something as parents. We try to teach our kids stuff. And a lot of times as parents, we put too much pressure on ourselves, we put too much responsibility on ourselves for how our children come out and how they turn out. Your children turn out to be smoking crack, drinking, hustling on the block. It's not always your fault. It's not always your fault. Now, some cases, yes, it is, because if you had your children out there cutting up coke in the house and, bagging up drugs and stuff and making deliveries and stuff, then yeah, it's your fault the child was doing that because you basically taught your child how to do that. You groomed your child to do that. But if you provide your child a safe place to live, safe away from these things, safe away from all the drugs and the liquor and all the other things that's out here, the violence, then you have to say to yourself, at some point, your child's going to make their own decisions and go their own way. At some point, you have to learn that just like you're going to go out here in the world and you're going to have to make a decision on your life. It's a critical decision on which way your life is going to turn. It has nothing to do with you as a parent. It has nothing to do with you. You can give your child everything they always wanted, everything they always asked for. You can give them powerful advice. You can teach them about the world and how the world is. You can give them everything they need and every tool they need to survive in the world. And your child can still go out here and make all the wrong decisions. Now, somehow they'll make that about you because, see, kids don't understand that parents do their best. And kids don't understand what it's like to be a parent. They don't understand it. They don't understand what it's like to be a parent. I mean, many of them do say they don't understand the fact of why you're being so strict, or why you're giving them a curfew, or why you're having such talks with them about the police, or having such talks with them about hanging out with the wrong friends, and having such talk with them about underage drinking, or the importance of, not trying to rush into sex, and if you are, be responsible. They don't understand it until they become the parent. My aunt had this wooden carved thing on her TV stand. I went to her house to help her do something. She had this wooden carved little statue on her TV stand. And what it said was, "Mom, I get it." It said, "Mom, I get it." And basically what that meant was that when you become an adult, you get what your mom and dad was telling you. You get why they told you to be in the house at a certain time. You get to why they told you, to be responsible for your clothes, to wash the dishes, be responsible for your money. You get why your parents were so strict. You get why your parents telling you, don't rush into sex. Those Pampers ain't no joke. That baby formula ain't no joke. And you have sex with the wrong dude, for the ladies out there, you might be stuck raising that child on your own. You have sex with the wrong woman, you might not ever get to see your child, and you might be stuck on child support for these dudes. So you gotta be careful about what partners, but you didn't get it. You didn't get it when your mom and dad told you, be careful, because that friend you have right now, he or she ain't for you. Then you get out here, you club, sitting in the car with somebody, giving somebody a ride, and then you're thinking you just giving them a ride to 7-Eleven at 12 o'clock at night because they got a hankering for a Slurpee and some nacho cheese, and the reality is they going in there to rob the place. Now you're an accessory to robbery because you just gave your friend a ride to 7-Eleven. You had no idea that this man was going to rob a 7-Eleven, but you didn't listen when your mom and dad told you, I don't think you should hang with them. You thought, man, you just don't like nobody, mom, dad. You don't like nobody. But your kids just don't understand that we're trying to protect you from the world outside and from the things that you may or may not see. Kids just don't understand. That's not about us always being mean, trying to take something from you, trying to be buzz killers. We're trying to prevent you from making some of the mistakes we did. But us as parents, we got to stop trying to hide who we was and what we did. We have to start honoring the fact that we made mistakes. Tell our children about the mistakes. If you smoke weed, you need to tell your children. Stop trying to hide it. Because when you hide it, All you're doing is forcing your child to A, not trust you, but B, want to do it more. They want to see what's about. But kids have to understand. There's a lot to being a parent. There's a lot of responsibility that comes to being a parent. That we've been through things. That we've been through things as kids, and we grew up in the era of getting phone bills and cable bills and electric bills and cell phone bills and cars and car insurance are named. So if we have trust issues as parents, then understand why. Because our parents gave us bad credit when we was 10 years old. So of course we got trust issues with you using our credit card. Of course we're going to be on you because we're not trying to go from that to swiping our card at the store and you spend our whole paycheck on Fortnite. Understand, kids, that we are having trust issues because of that. Kids, understand that the world don't give a damn about your attitude. So stop walking around with it. Understand that us as parents are trying to prevent you from getting caught up in a robbery, getting caught up with having a baby, the wrong baby dad or the wrong baby mom. We're trying to teach you to not make the same mistakes and fall in the same holes that many of us did. We're trying to teach you the importance of an education. Try to understand. But most importantly, kids need to understand the importance of speaking up about when they are put in positions or around people who are making them uncomfortable, making them feel unsafe, whether it's due to sexual advances, people trying to touch them inappropriately, or speaking about friendship, their family, or them inappropriately. Kids need to understand to speak up, and parents need to understand that you need to listen and pay attention to when your kids are showing you signs, because that's the only way we can stop and prevent sexual assaults and truly protect our children. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of the Past to Present Podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to this channel wherever you listen to podcasts at. Hey, hit the like button, share it, download this episode, listen to it again listen to it with your kids so maybe they'll understand what it's like to be a parent. I want to thank you for joining me. Until next time I see you or talk to you people, I only got a few things left to say to you. Stay woke, stay focused, most importantly, stay tuned. Peace.